All right, guys. Well, happy Thursday to everybody. I'm super, super excited to be on here with all of you guys. And I see a lot of new faces on here and a lot of names that I don't recognize. So I'm just going to share my story very quick so you guys know who you're talking to. So my name is Mary Peralta. I've been with this company for 6 years. In April, it was my 6-year anniversary. And honestly, guys, this company has been the biggest blessing of one of the biggest blessings, aside from my husband and my kids, of my entire life. Like I remember I used to be an insurance broker. So for 12 years, I did that. And I remember sitting in my office thinking like, oh my God, like just kind of like designing my perfect career. And little did I know, a few years later, here was going to come and work. So like I said, I've been 6 years in. I was an insurance broker. I was just, money was okay. Money was great. But I was at a point in my life where I didn't want to do that anymore. I knew that, there had to have been a bigger purpose for me. There had to be a bigger purpose for me. I knew that I had already outgrew that industry. And I was like, I had to do something else. But I'm a high school dropout. So I was like, what am I going to do right? Like, what am I going to do now after being in the insurance industry for 12 years? It's going to be a little hard to walk away. It was very hard to walk away. So when I started this business is because I had a high-risk pregnancy with my second daughter. My first daughter, I missed her entire life. And my second daughter, she was a high-risk pregnancy. With this pregnancy, I almost lost my baby 4 different times. When I had to deliver my baby, I almost bled to death myself. And the ambulance had to take me to the hospital, do an emergency C-section. And my child had no heartbeat for 10 minutes. Like for 10 minutes, we did not know if our baby had made it. And that was like the most heart-wrenching thing I had ever been through. And I remember when my boss called me that it was time to come back to work. And I looked at my kid, I looked at my little miracle baby, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go back. I'm not gonna go back. And guys, at that point, we were struggling so bad financially. And I was at this place where I did not like the way I looked. And I was like, something's gotta give, I gotta do something else. I was praying for an opportunity. It works came my way. And when this opportunity came my way, I was like, you know what? This has to be it. This has to be it. So I took that leap of faith. I remember that they had that $500 guarantee for the steps to success. I had no idea what I was doing. I remember signing up on a Tuesday and Saturday having my very first party. And you know what? I remember before the lady wrapped me, I was like praying. I was like, Jesus, please make this work. Because I already felt like this is what I wanted to do, but I just needed confirmation that the product worked. So long story short on my intro, I came in, I got the results I saw the results of what the wrap did for me. Guys, within an hour, I lost 6 inches of from my tummy. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, if this stuff is for real, it's $25 and it gives results in 45 minutes. I'm going to get rich with this thing. That was my immediate thought. Guys, I was a loner. I had no friends. I'm the most introverted person you're ever going to meet. That's why a lot of you guys probably haven't heard of me because I'm super shy, super, super shy. So when Chad tells me to do these Zooms, like I literally get anxiety. I had to take like 2 confianzas. So like, come on here. So that was me. So how in the world was I going to make this business work? I had no idea. I just knew. I looked at my baby and I knew at that point I had 2 choices. I was like, you're either going to make this business work. I know you don't know how, but you're going to figure it out because, we all figure things out. I was like, I have to figure it out. So I figured it out. Within 3 months, I had gotten the $10,000 bonus for Diamond. Then very next month, I went double Diamond. And I remember at that point, my check doubled. My income that I had before as a broker, it doubled, guys. And I was like, oh my God, within 1 year, I became a 6-figure earner. The very next year, my husband became a 6-figure earner. We're both triple diamonds in our household. My mom was retired through this business and we're a stay-home family now because of this business. So if you're here wondering, like, can I do this? Is this for me? I want you to understand that yes, it is. Yes, it is, but you have to embrace the journey. You have to be okay with where you're at. You have to understand that it's a process because in every single other industry, we go, to get an associate's degree, it's 2 years. To get any kind of job, you have to climb up the corporate ladder. But then we come into this network marketing business and we're like, well, I'm going to quit because I'm not rich in 2 weeks or a month or 2 months. You're not giving yourself the time to be good. You're not taking it as a journey. You just want to be successful. You want to join today and you want the money to kind of come out of nowhere. So it's crazy what, you know, what this business could do. So again, I've been in the business for 6 years. I've seen the good, I've seen the bad. Nothing bad when it works with people, but you know, I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, the everything. And you know what? Not once have I thought about quitting, because I always ask myself, what am I quitting to? What am I quitting to? There is nothing, like in my mind, I believe that wholeheartedly. There is no better opportunity than this company. And I will be forever blessed that I found this company. Now, I do want to be 100% honest with you guys. I want everybody, before I tell you this next story, I want everybody to grab a pen and paper. Make sure you have a pen and paper. If you don't have a pen and paper, grab a pen and write on your hand. But you need to have a visual of this, because I by no means want to lie to you and tell you guys this business is going to be rainbows and unicorns all the time. This business is going to be hard. And I've came to the realization, it's like, oh my God, this business is so hard. You really got to have some thick skin on you to make it, because that's why only 1% make it. But you know what? That 1% that do make it, that don't quit, that just take quitting off the table, you know, you're going to live a life of so much blessing and so much abundance. And you're going to be like, how in the world did I get here? Is adversity going to come? Absolutely. It always is. So on your paper, I want you to, we have 4 seasons in the year, right? 4 seasons of the year. I saw this quote today by Portia Wilkins, who I love. And I was like, oh my God, that is such a mic drop. Like I literally had a message her and I was like, girl, that is a total mic drop. Yes, yes, yes. Amen to that. So I want you to write out the 4 seasons. 1 being spring, 2 being summer, 3 being fall, and 4 being winter. So we have spring, summer, fall, winter. Okay, write out the 4 seasons. I'm going to give you guys some kind of like, I'll give you guys like an example of what the season is. And I want you guys to circle exactly where you're at. Where do you feel like you're at? Because everybody here, I'm talking to all kinds of different people right now. All of you guys are in a different season. You're all in a different season, and you have to be okay with that. It took me a few years to learn that, but you have to be okay with the season that you're in. Hey, thank you, love. Okay, spring. If you're in spring, you're on top of the world. If you're in spring, I know Stevie and Daisy are in their spring. Y'all are in spring. Okay, so spring is you are promoting, your team has momentum, you feel unstoppable, you are fire. Melissa's mega fire. So you guys are fire. So that's your spring. If that's where you're at, you make a big fat circle on your spring. Okay, that's your season. Okay, the other season is summer. Summer is cool. If you guys are moms, you have the kiddos at home, so it's not that cool. So you know, it's summer. You're distracted. Like maybe you're a mom, but you still have a full-time job. So you have to figure out what am I going to do with the kids? Like, you know, you have to figure all these things out. So summer is kind of like, it's okay, but there's a lot of things that are coming your way and you're trying to figure it all out. So summer is still good, but it's not as beautiful as spring when the trees are blooming and everything. Summer is hot. You know, you get really hot and sticky, especially if you're in Florida. So, okay. So circle if you're in summer. Like things are okay, but they're not they're not too bad, but they're more on the good side. If you're in fall, you're like heading into a valley. If you're in fall, life is coming your way. Life is coming your way. Maybe you have somebody in your family that's sick. Maybe you just lost, God forbid, a family member. Maybe something is going on. Maybe you're going through a separation. Something's going on and you're in fall. And then the worst one where you could be at, but I mean, it's going to happen to all of us, is winter. If you're in winter, you are down in the mud. Like you are all you have to say is like, you know what? Damn, like I can't go any further than this. Like I'm at rock bottom. So winter is your rock bottom. So I want you guys to look at those seasons, and I want you to, again, circle where you're at. You have to identify where you're at. And this is what Portia said, and this is why I had you guys do this. She said, don't compare your build to someone else's blessing. Because, and I had to say this because I've gone through it, and I know some of you guys are gonna go through it. So You might be in the building process. You're going to hear from two amazing diamonds today. Like, you're going to hear from them and you're going to be like, oh my God. Like, but you know what, guys? I don't for 1 second want you to compare yourselves to them, because they are in their spring. So the reason why I had you circle what season you're in is you have to stay in your lane and you have to stay in your season, because the moment, if you're comparing your bill to someone else's blessing, guess where you're going to be at? You are so going to come up short. And when you come up short, how does that make you feel? And then she said, you don't know the sacrifice. I want you to think right now long and hard. And then Stevie and Daisy, when I bring you guys on, I'm going to ask you what I feel is the $1 million question on a level of from 1 to 10. 10 being I'm going all out, massive action. I'm giving it my 100. I want you guys to be as honest as possible on exactly where you're at. What is that? Where does that meter? What does that read for you? Tell me if it's an 8, 9, 10, because you guys are pretty. I'm 100%. You're 7 and above. So I want to know exactly where you're at, because that resonated a lot with me. And I will tell you guys, I will bring all of this together right now, because she said, so don't compare your bill to someone else's blessing, because you don't know the sacrifice. We're going to hear the highlights of Daisy and Stevie right now and hear the story and, what they're doing and everything. So they're going to give you tips and all that good stuff. But we have no idea the sacrifices that they've had to go through to reach those promotions. So we have no idea where they're at. So again, just remember, now that you understand your season, again, understand your season. And next time you see somebody else's blessing, because sometimes we even get a little bit salty. Well, salty is not a word. Like, we feel some type of way when we see somebody else promote and we're not promoting, because we are in our valley, we are in our winter, and somebody else is in their spring. And you cannot allow yourself to be happy for them because of where everything's at. And you know what? Thank you for being honest. If you're struggling, that's the reason why I wanted to bring this up, because guys, I've had the roughest 2 years, like 2017 and 2018 were like, oh my God, they were some character building years. Character building years, I have to call them that, because they've been hard. Like, I've been like, literally, it's been a struggle. It's like I'm trying to fight against the current. So it's like, I don't want to come on here and give you guys rainbows and unicorns when that's not life. But you know what? No matter what, I never walked away from this business. I never quit, again, because I said there is nothing else that I could quit to. I'm going to do a screen share because I have to show you guys this picture. And then I'm going to wrap up my stuff and we're going to bring on these rock stars. Let's see. Okay, so give me a thumbs up, guys, when you guys can see the screen. I'm a little technologically challenged. Okay, so I want you guys to look at this picture. Can you guys all see this picture? You know what? Like I said, I'm technologically challenged. Where's the chat? Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. I want you to take a look at this picture. When I came into this business, I came in because I was almost at 200 pounds. And I was like, I am so ready to lose weight. I came in not wanting to do the business. I came in because I couldn't afford to use the products, realistically. And I thought, like, you know what? My cousins and my sisters and everybody are always looking to lose weight. So I'm going to sell this product and I'm going to get my stuff for free, because they told me that I could get a shopping spree. I came in, lost 32 pounds right away. Weight loss is it's a mind game. Like, I've been fluctuating up and down, but usually for the most part, I kept the weight down. This was me a few months ago. I had crazy anxiety. I had crazy depression. And no matter what, I had to get up and show up for myself every single day, despite of how I was feeling. So the girl here on the left, if I'm already going through depression, I'm already going through anxiety. I was like literally eating my feelings. I was just like trying to hide from the world, and I found comfort in food. After I'm already in the business, trying to tell people, like, let me show you how to lose weight, but I'm gaining weight myself. I felt like a phony. I felt like I couldn't even sell product because I wasn't being a product of the product, because I wasn't sharing my results. This is going to be, I'm I started my journey. I said, you know what? I'm going to do a 90-day challenge myself. February 15th, I decided, you know what? I need to change my health. I need to take control of my health because I was very, very sick, especially because of the chronic anxiety and depression. And I changed my health. And this is in May 15th, which is in a week. I'm going to be, it's the end of my 90-day challenge. And right now I'm down 17 pounds. I have 3 more pounds to go, and I hit the 20-pound mark. Now I'm confident in what I'm selling. So let me stop the share because I have like Dory brain. Okay. So as you guys saw that, with that picture, guys, I wasn't confident. On top of my anxiety, on top of my depression, I wasn't confident. I looked at the mirror again, and I would think to myself, how did you allow yourself to get here again? And all I could tell you guys is because we're all going to go through that. I'm human. And I got some like heat from other people and like, you know, family, cruel friends. And I let everything that they had to say to me, I use that as motivation, because there is nothing, I'm like a red, yellow personality. I'm like an orange. So there is nothing, when somebody tells me that I can't do something, I was like, I will go and show you. But more than anything, it was my health. I went to the doctor for anxiety. They gave me sleeping pills. They gave me like 4 different types of pills. I felt like a walking zombie. I was like, I cannot do this. With stress, anxiety, and everything, I took everything that the doctor told me, and I was like, you know what? I have all the supplements I need to take care of myself. So I wanted to just give you, I asked you guys for the pen and paper because I wanted to give you guys some quick facts. One of the things that I really, really want, I have to share with you guys is this. We have the most amazing products out there. They're well priced, but you know what? More than anything, they do change people's lives. They do change people's health. And remember, if you're not a product of the product, it's going to be very hard for you to build a business. So I'm going to share with you guys what I'm using. But right now, one of the products that a lot of us don't talk about, and I just have to share, if you are a female, everybody needs probiotics in their life. I literally got 10 boxes of probiotics because this is how amazing the probiotics are. But this is not the cool kid in town. Nobody wants to talk about probiotics. Like, you know, this is like the healthy, but because I have chronic eczema, I had anxiety, I had depression, you name it, I had it. Okay, so I want to give you guys some quick benefits of probiotics because you need to add this to your next auto ship or for your kids. Probiotics, it boosts your immune system, it improves your digestion, it balances your good bacteria, it may improve your mental health. There is a link correlating probiotics and depression and anxiety and all of that stuff. I kid you not, when I started taking it, I started feeling amazing. It keeps your heart healthy. I have high blood pressure. Like I was like literally borderline heart attack at one point at my young 21 years of age. Just kidding, I'm 33. It fights allergies and eczema. I have really bad eczema. When I started incorporating the probiotics, guys, my eczema is like literally gone. And it helps manage your weight. If you find yourself that you can't lose weight no matter what you're doing, you need to get probiotics in your life. Another one that was a game changer for me was the TFX. Guys, TFX is not going to work for you if you don't change your habits. I've had customers tell me, what's not working for me? Girl, change your habits. I started losing weight very fast on the probiotics. Eric, yes, I am 21. I started losing weight not on the probiotics, on the TFX. After a week, I got very stagnant because my stress levels were through the roof. I added Confianza. When I added Confianza, guys, the weight like literally started melting off. It's crazy. So if you are on TFX and you're not getting results, add Confianza. You need to add that to your plan, to your regimen, and watch how that is gonna like change your health. And the chocolate greens and the coffee. So that stuff is like literally those products. I cannot stress enough how obsessed I am again with them, because it took me from having to take 12 different medications to get me back in gear to taking our supplements. And now I love our supplements all over again. So I had to share that just because I know somebody out there is struggling. And maybe if that's you, and if you're struggling, I want to ask you this. What products are you taking? What is your favorite products? What products are you using? Because otherwise you don't have that confidence to be able to share with other people what you're doing. So please, 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 guys, when you get obsessed about your products, it's going to be so much easier for you to build your business. Another thing, spring break, this like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, this is another time that I went from being in a really depressed, bad, negative state to being feeling on top of the world to feeling on top of the world to actually come back and build my business and be energized. Because of the anxiety, because of how overwhelmed I was, because of how I was feeling, I had no energy. I didn't want to talk to anybody because of the way I felt. So I had to take an escape, and I took my kids out for spring break, and we spent a week in Disneyland. Being in a week in Disneyland, we left from Monday through Thursday. I was able to be there because of this business, not have to worry about, not have to check my bank account to see if I could afford to go. Because of this business, not have to ask a boss for permission. And I was just like, you know what? I need to get away. I want to work my business. Thank God we have the ability to take our phone and go elsewhere and work our business. And being there and just having that time with my kids, guys, for me was priceless. And I was like, you know what? I stopped thinking of everything that wasn't going right. I stopped thinking of me being mad at the world. And I started seeing the business for what it is. I started being excited about what the products were doing in my life. And my business turned around like that. That last month, we had a girl go double diamond. We had 2 brand new diamonds, like 6 emeralds, a few rubies, and executives and everything. And this is the time that I was going through all that stress. But you know what? Because I remain faithful. I never stop. I just put one foot in front of the other. God is going to bless you beyond your wildest dreams, but you just can't quit, guys. You have to, again, understand where you're at. And if you feel like you're going through a rough patch, you feel like, you know what, I'm in the valley, I'm in the fall, I'm in the winter. If you feel like, you know what, the enemy is really coming after me and the enemy is really attacking me right now, you have to know and you have to understand it's because you're about to be exalted. You're about to go through a whole different level. And that's why you have to protect your mind. Work on yourself, work on your mindset. Somebody wrote, I don't have money to buy the products. Girl, neither did I when I started. But I can honestly tell you this, as women, anything that you want to do, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. When I signed up, I had no money to join this business. I got one of my husband's credit cards and I signed myself up. And not only did I sign myself up, I boosted my package and everything. And then I was like, you know what? I have to figure out how to sell all this stuff. So one of the girls is going to be talking about how she rocks sample packs. How she just makes a killer, like in keto cash on how she does it. So she's gonna be telling you guys how to do that. So if money is tight, because we've all been there and there is no shame in that. That's why we come into this business, because we need to make an income. But when you're at that point that it's do or die and you're like, you know what, I have to make a change, we always figure it out. You will always figure it out. So tonight, before the Zoom ends, I definitely want you to, let me know if you have an answer to how to come up with that money, because we will brainstorm ideas. I have no problem getting on a one-on-one with you and brainstorming ideas on how we can make that money. So, okay, so let's get to the good part. I have some girls that we're going to be interviewing, and guys, this is going to be good because one of them, I haven't gotten a big chance to spend time with her, like a whole lot, but I have heard nothing but amazing things about this girl. Like, she is blowing my mind. So let's do this. All right. Okay. So this girl, you guys have seen her as a top enroller. She is completely crushing it. I'm not fully aware of her full story, but I know one thing for a fact is life has not been easy for this girl. So when I heard that she was going to come on tonight, I was like, oh my God, I love her from far away, because I have seen her journey and I admire her so much, because there are so many times that this girl could have quit this business because of the circumstances around her. But you know what? She's here. And she promoted, and how our diamonds created under pressure. And she took that pressure and she took whatever pain she was going through and she turned it into power. And here she is tonight to tell you guys her story. So I want you guys to hear from top enroller. We're going to leave it at Stevie, because I am not even going to try to butcher your last name, girlfriend. So let me welcome Mrs. Stevie S. So girlfriend, come on here and just say hi to everybody, and we definitely need to hear your story.
Oh, all right. Hi. I'm definitely the same way as you. As soon as Chad asked me to do this, like every single time, I'm like, my chest is red and I'm nervous, and he knows it makes me sick to try to get on.
Girl,
Can you
I
hear me?
completely understand where you're coming from. I was at an event when he messaged me, and then I was like, oh my God, there goes my anxiety there. But I was like, okay, I'll do it. So it's okay to be nervous. And that's,
Yeah.
that's what I was telling you. Like, part of all of this is growth. You're going to do things scared, but you're going to do them anyways. And that's how you're going to grow. And then the next time, it's not going to be as scary. You're going to be like, by the end of the night, you're going to be like, oh my God, I love hashtag, but did you die? And when you didn't die, you're like, okay, you know what? Let me keep doing it. So, okay, Stevie, so tell us a little bit, for those who don't know you or who are just hearing you for the very, very first time, tell us your story, girlfriend.
Oh, okay. So I'm Stevie. I've been with It Works since January 2017. So when I first started, I didn't necessarily start for the business. I just wanted the wraps. Like, there was a BOGO wrap for the kit. And when she told me, she's like, all right, you have to join the business for the kit, for the free wraps. And all I asked was, can I do this in the UK? Because I knew I was moving to a different country and quitting my job. And she said yes. So I partially watched the little video of Chad and Dre that she sent me, and then I signed up. Like, I didn't really pay attention to what I was signing up for or what I was doing. Even after I signed up, I still had no idea what I was doing. In February, I got a paycheck for $60, and I messaged her like, I got a paycheck. I have no idea what I did to get the paycheck. I went rooming my first 6 weeks, and then we were moving to the UK. So I quit my job, and life kind of got hectic. When I moved to the UK in October of 2017, I was super depressed and just kind of like slept away my first year. I never quit actually working the business, like as far as actually quitting, but I didn't work my business how I should have been. So my paycheck, started to drop and drop and drop, and I never really did anything with it. Last June, I went to the States for 4 weeks, and I came back, and my husband and I talked about me getting a job to help pay for the bills. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I'm not going to get a job. Like, I have this business. So I just started working my business, and it just exploded from there pretty much.
Okay, I mean, I'm telling you, like, I know, I love your story because, again, you're such an overcomer. Okay, so this is something that everybody has to know. I have never been a top enroller myself. Like, I get overwhelmed with a lot of people. I don't even know what to do with them. So, okay, so I'm looking at your stats, and in last year in August, you signed up 72 people in 1 month. Please tell us. Oh, okay, guys, so let me stop there. So, Stevie, I want you to tell us how you did that. Guys, again, she signed up 72 people, 72, in 1 month. All right, Stevie, so this is a $1 million question to you. Girlfriend, what did you do?
Post to post. So I had seen one of Julie Hadsel's posts, and I literally copy and pasted it and stole her picture and posted it. And then it just started a whole bunch of host to posts. So I had everyone doing host to post. If they said they didn't have money for it, if they couldn't afford it, if they didn't want to do it right then, I had them do a host to post. Once someone ordered from me, I had them do a host to post. So really, I think I talked to a little over 1,000 new people in August, just doing host to post.
Okay. Okay. So hold on. So you spoke to about 1,000 new people in August to sign up those 72 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I want you to take it for us, bring it for us, Barney style. You saw Julie's post. Julie was kicking butt. Like, she was enrolling people like crazy. You saw the post, you posted it yourself, and then people started commenting, right? Okay,
Yes.
So take me from there, how you took that one post, and I want to know how you started growing your network. Did you go through your friends list? What is it that you do? Because some people have tried host to post, and they will say this, I've tried it and it didn't work for me. But most of them have never gotten nowhere near, me being myself guilty, nowhere near 1,000. So take me through that journey on how you, so if somebody is, right now, I want you to talk to somebody that is like, you know what, girl, I want a brand new distributor. And they're like, Stevie, I want your game plan on exactly how you sign up those 72 people. Give them A through Z exactly what you did.
Well, in the first place, I was super nervous about randomly messaging people, especially on Facebook. And at the time, I wasn't doing Instagram. So the post was basically doing a giveaway. It's like, hey, I'm doing a giveaway it must have been for Keto Coffee. And then just the people that commented on that, probably had like 30 or 40 people that commented on that. So I'd reached out to them and said, hey, I'm doing this giveaway if you make a post on your wall. And they said yes. So I had them do it. And then all the people that commented on there, obviously I'd add as friends and then message them, asking them or giving them the information about the coffee. And then basically the same exact message over and over and over. I had my script. At the time, I didn't know about text replacement until the end of that month. So that was unfortunate. But we just did the exact same thing over and over and over. And then as soon as someone said, yeah, I'll order next month, or if they didn't order right then when I was talking to them, I offered them the option to make a post for me and get entered into the drawing to win the free coffee because they wanted the coffee. Some people just couldn't afford it at the time. So I'm like, oh, well, I'm doing this giveaway. You want to do it? And they said yes. Where I got most of my customers were like when someone ordered from me, I would change the script around a little bit like, hey, I just ordered my new coffee. I'm so excited to get it. Stevie's still looking for some product models to try it out. So like the first couple sentences were changed around, but they still posted the exact same thing. But all of their friends saw that they were buying it and then they wanted it too. So that's where I got a lot of people from.
Wow, that's amazing. So pretty much you were signing people up, and then those people that were signing up, you were asking them, your new customers, you were having them host a post for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the network and all of these 1,000 people grew from just one person doing a host a post. It kind of just just trickle down, right?
Yeah, so my entire network filled up. Like I never added people in August. Just random people. Like I didn't go to people you may know. I didn't add people like that. All I did was add people from host to post, and my entire network grew full of people who are interested in the products. So the more I posted about it, the more I was on my story, these people that I'd added, even if they didn't buy from me, they were still seeing my posts. So they'd come back to me like, oh, I saw that cleanse post. Can I buy the cleanse? I think, well, it's like 68 loyal customers, 2 retail and 2 distributors. I would say like 65 of them were for coffee. Because that's what I was talking about, is where I got my results from, the coffee and green. So I'm pretty sure almost all my customers that month were coffee, just because I talked about it so much.
Wow. Okay. And then, so what was your daily target? Because obviously you messaged 1,000 people. How are you breaking this down on a daily basis?
At the time, I didn't have like any kind of plan. Like I just kept messaging and replying to messages. Like my phone was blowing up all the time. And in the first place, I was like, oh, I got 5 customers. That's probably the most I'd ever gotten before in 1 month, is when I was at 5. And I was like, I remember like when I got to 14, I was like, oh my God, like what is going on? And then I enrolled, I think 16 within a 40-hour period. And I was like, what just happened? Like I had no idea like what was going on. Like I've never done this before. Like I didn't really have a game plan necessarily of like having a target to reach, because I never actually worked my business the way I should have been before. So I just kept replying to everyone's messages as soon as they came in. I don't know if I slept in August, because like my entire network is in the US time zone. So for me, it's almost 3:00 in the morning right now. So for most of the time, like I was like on such a weird schedule, just replying to everybody all the time.
You just said something that's extremely, extremely powerful. You are the definition of massive action gets massive results. If I come to you, okay, so Stevie, just on a 1-day period, how many hours were you working to achieve those type of results?
I would say at least 6 to 7.
6 to 7 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so guys, she was giving her business like a full-time job. There's a lot of us, again, that you want to get those type of results, but you're working 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day. So again, you have to stay in your lane of exactly the level of work that you're putting out to the type of results that you're going to get. If I refuse to send 1,000 messages just like she did, how can I want to sign up 72 customers? If I'm only going to send 100 messages because of my fear or whatever, I have to be okay with the results that I'm going to get. So, crazy massive action is going to get you crazy massive results. Like for you girls, like you, Melissa, like all these top enrollers, I'm like, oh my God, I can only imagine how much they're working. I can't look at you guys and be like, oh my God, well, here I am with my 3 loyals and they're like, I'm 32. No, that means that they're just doing a lot more work than you're doing. They're just outworking you. That's it. So it's all a matter of what you want. Something else that you said that stood out for me is, you said when you finally started working your business, when you finally decided to take it serious, I really firmly believe in my heart that all of us, the moment you sign this business, that you sign into this business is not the moment that you're ready to go. You sign and you're like questioning everything. When you're ready to go, you know it. You know when that light bulb goes out and you're like, I have no choice but to do this. You decide, you burn all your boats, and you're like, I'm going to take the island. I'm going to get this done. What was that moment for you, Stevie?
I guess it was kind of like twice. So like when I came home from vacation, when we talked about getting a new job and I was looking for jobs here and they were all terrible and the pay was terrible, I'm like, I don't want to go work for $10 an hour. So that was a big thing. And that's when I started enrolling. And then last month, just a lot of personal things happened for us, or for me. And I was like, that's when I realized like I needed to work my business. At the beginning of last month, I did not think Diamond was going to happen. Wasn't even close. But then a few things happened about 2 weeks into the month. And I was just like, all right, I have to be Diamond. I have to make this work because there's just a lot of things that are depending on that. So that's pretty much.
Okay, rewind, Stevie. Girl, your story is just like amazing. Okay, you just said that when you started this month, the month of last month, when you went Diamond, going Diamond was not even your plans, right? Or you didn't think it was possible?
So I've been structured. This is like probably the third or fourth time I was structured for Diamond, and then I'm actually structured for Double Diamond for like the last couple of months. But it's like I was like so far away, and I just didn't think it was going to happen at all at the beginning of the month.
Give me 1 second, guys. Can you just please make sure that you guys are on mute if you're jumping on? Just make sure you're on mute, please. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, so when did you decide? Okay, at what point in the month you said I'm gonna go for it? You already told us, you had a few personal things going. Right now, I want you to talk to that person that is looking at their chart, and they've been charted several times. But I really feel like when you promote, for all of us, it takes a decision. When you decide, somehow everything gets out of your way, and it just happens. But first you need to decide, how can somebody right now that's on this Zoom and they're looking at their chart and maybe it's already the 9th of the month and they're questioning, they said at month 1, they said, this is my time. Like, I am so tired of seeing other people win. This is my month where I'm going to win. This is my success story. But they're looking at, oh my God, it's already the 9th. Like, I don't think I could do this. What would you say to them right now?
That's definitely possible, because like by the 18th of the month, I was like, all right, still not happening, still so far away. As long as you put the work in and get with your team, and like so everyone in your team knows exactly what part they need to do and where they're at also. That's what I did.
Okay, so your tip to them would be, go back to your teams and let them know if they want to run for their work, because obviously they're running for their promotion. So connect with your teams and let them know exactly what needs to be done. So when you say that, do you mean like, did you help them know exactly how much volume they were away? What exactly was your plan of action to give back to your team?
Yeah, because like I've boxed myself in for Double Diamond. So everyone that's on my Double Diamond chart is people I've enrolled personally. So I went to each of them, like talking to them, like where they need to be for their volume, for their, for their 400 boxes for their check to get higher. We had little prizes for 500 volume boxes for people to promote to Ruby, to Emerald, because everyone's already boxed for it. They just need all the volume. So I just went to each person, and then I broke them into little focus group type things. So for the Ruby box, for the Ruby leader, and then the people in their chart, I just had different little chats. So they each specifically knew like how their team was and what they needed to do for that.
So you didn't leave it up to them. You took charge and you gave everybody clarity of exactly what needed to be done.
Yeah, everyone in my team's only started since January.
Wow. Okay. So last question for you. How is it that you're training them? Are you giving them post to post? How is it that you're duplicating out to them?
We just have our team chat. Yeah. So we have our team chat, and then we're also in a chat with Meech and Natty. So they just kind of go off of all of it. I've taught them how to do host to post. They message me like if they need help replying to people, but we have a page that has like scripts in it to go and look at. I don't even know how to explain it.
Girl, well, I mean, your story is so powerful. And then last thing, Stevie, like I admire you so much. And again, just for your no excuses attitude, you're such a, somebody said a fearless leader. Absolutely. You get things done even when it's not easy. And what I love about that is that you are that overcomer, that now you could go back and tell your team, even though they all started in January, I've been through, like anything that they're going to go through, you've already been through. And you could tell them like, you know what, guys, I was there, I've been there, and this is what I did to get out. So Stevie, any last tip that you want to leave for anybody that is pushing to, somebody mentioned that, she's been struggling with Ruby, or that wants to go Ruby or wants to go Diamond, what would be a tip for them?
I just take all the excuses away and then just go message people and talk to more people. It's definitely a numbers game. If you're only talking to 100 people, it's the only 100 people you have to talk to. So just grow your numbers and then just actually put the work in.
Love that, girlfriend. Well, I have you as Stevie. Massive action gets massive results. Your last name. Yes. So you are amazing. And okay, so somebody's mentioned something, like we're running out of time, but somebody mentioned something about a toolbox. What is a toolbox?
I think she means just I give her different tools to use as far as like the messaging and the scripts and ideas and tips.
Or like the file section on the Black Diamond page.
Basically. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Guys, utilize the pages, guys. The pages are amazing and they are full of resources. Well, girlfriend, thank you so much. Again, you are an overcomer. You did amazing. I am so stinking proud of you. And I cannot wait to see you promote to Double Diamond.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, so yes, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Just figure out what your number is, what you're willing to do, and then go after that promotion. If Stevie did it, you absolutely could do it too. So now I want to bring on another person who also went Diamond. This beautiful girl is in my team, and I love her because I remember I went to Anna Torres's house, who just went Double Diamond, and that's where I met her for the very first time. And I immediately knew, I was like, man, this girl is going to do big things in this company, and she did. So I want to bring on our brand new Diamond leader, Mrs. Daisy Nunez.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, love. You sound a little bit low on your end.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay, much better. All right, love. So we have about 6 minutes that we have to jam-pack information in. So give me your 1 minute story about how you found It Works.
Okay, so my name is Daisy Nunez. I've been with the company for about 10 months now. I contacted my upline, Anna, because I needed a cleanse. My husband used to drink Herbalife, so he was stuck, and I needed a cleanse for him. Like, maybe you need something to flush everything out and start all over, right? So I contacted Anna, and sure enough, she came the next day. I was about to purchase the cleanse, but they had a promotion going on, and if you sign up, they will give you the Fit 15 for free. So I was gonna buy the cleanse anyways. So I was like, so just sign me up. So I got the free product, and I signed in. I just signed up for the free product. I didn't have any intentions of selling or promoting anything. So so sure enough, she added me to some groups, and I was seeing everybody's testimonies, how much they were earning, how easy it was to promote the stuff, promote the product. And Anna, before she left me a sample of the coffee. So I have a thyroid problem, which I lack from energy. I used to lack energy, and I'm always sleepy, and so I fell in love with the coffee instantly. I love the energy that it gave me. I thought I was talking so fast because I just drank my coffee. So I love that energy. I fell in love with the product. I started promoting I started promoting the coffee, the greens, the wraps. I love the wraps. So yeah, that's basically how I came. Before It Works, I I still am, but I'm a baker, so I make cakes, and I like decorating like the backdrops and the candy tables. I do all of that too. So that was me before I worked. I've been a stay-home mom, so I had my little business going on before then. So yeah, that's basically it. And I went to conference what was it? Executive. I went to conference. I had VIP pass for to sit with Margarita. I got that, and after conference, I promoted a ruby, and then the following month, I promoted an emerald, and then last month, I promoted a diamond, and we're going for the double this month. So yeah, so that's my story.
Girl, you are relentless. And if I was joining right now, I would be like, oh man, that's easy. I could do that too. But we all know that that's not the reality. I want to know two things from you. I want to know, what does a day look like in your life? Because you have 4 kids. You have 4 kids and you're still running your baking business. And you just promoted to diamond and you're pushing for double and you're a top enroller. This girl's a constant top enroller. How do you manage to work this business? How do you manage the business? And I want to know, a typical day in your life.
Okay, well, we just started again with the 5 a.m. Zooms. Last month I was on them every day except obviously the weekends. But we did that last month, and I just wake up, take the kids to school. I come home, I sit on my sofa for an hour or two, and I work the business, do all the power hour thing, the birthdays, host a post. Like before I go to sleep, I host a post people, ask for host a post. So in the morning, I already have so many people to answer back to. Then after the 1 or 2 hours, I do the power hour. I do my chores and all of that, and then another like a 12 or 1, I do another one. I sit down and I do another power hour and just message people. Before I actually started working, I only have my personal page. So my husband is a little overprotective, or a lot overprotective, so he didn't want me to add just random people. So I even started a new page. So my page now is called Fit Daisy, and there I went crazy adding people, adding random people. Like I didn't care who you were. If you were a girl, you were added like that. So right now I'm almost on my 5,000 people. So as soon as I see a negative post, I delete you. So I go, as I add people, I start deleting. So that was the thing too, that I started a new Facebook page. So don't be afraid to add it. If you're new to this, and if you have a husband like mine that don't want random people like messaging you, and then no guys allowed, don't be afraid to start a new one. I did, and it's been how I got all my loyal customers, all my DTs, random people that don't even know me. All my supporters are maybe 1 or 2 are family. The rest are just people that I don't know. Well, now my team, well, I got to know them. We're more a family than anything.
Okay, and girl, yeah, that is fire. 2 things that I want you to share with everybody, and no pressure, but we got 3 minutes.
I know, that's why I'm trying to talk fast.
So, guys, Latinas talk very fast. So you guys are getting everything at 1,000 miles per hour. Okay, so you are like the boss of sample packs. For anybody struggling and they're thinking like, you know what, I need to make some cash like today. Guys, I was afraid to do sample packs. I went and I got me all my coffee and my baggies because of these girls are crushing it. They're bringing in loyals with like 200 plus volume. Everything is just like, these girls are fire. So I was like, what? They're doing what? So I was like, okay, here I go. I'm going to do my sample packs too. So I want you to give everybody like, because tell us, how much money have you made within the sample packs in like Keto Cash? How much have you made?
Okay, I was actually in another Zoom before I came up with, popped on this one. I made a little over $1,000 and only Keto Cash last month. Only last month. So if you guys are new and you really want cash like in your hands now, Keto Cash, selling keto coffee, selling your samples. I don't only sell only coffee. I sell greens on the go. I sell the coffee. I sell collagen. I sell energies. I sell a little bit of everything. Now we started to do the TFX samples for 5 days and all that good stuff. So if you want cash fast, that's how you go. So I'm gonna explain a little bit of how I do my bag. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, but this is how I do it. So I will go to the 99-cent store and I buy these baggies. There's so many colors, rainbow, blue, green. I looked for green, but they were out. I buy these at the 99-cent store, 99. So, and then I make sure I always put a Blitz card in there. So they buy their samples. They already have your Blitz card. They already have all your information. If they're ready to buy, they'll call you or they'll message you. They have their website on there, so they go directly to your website. So this is what I do. So I get 5 keto coffees and I sell them for 20. 5 keto coffees. But I'm always promoting the Mocha Dream. So that's all I've been selling. Last month, all I sold was Mocha Dream. So 5 keto coffees and 5 chocolate greens. $30 right there. So I sold a bunch of 30s. That's how I made more than $1,000 in cash. The collagen, I do 5 for 20. And what else? The keto pods. I actually last month I sold my first keto pod. Since not a lot of people have their little machine, I always forget how to pronounce it. 5 for 25 cents. They're 12 for 39. So I can up those a little bit. But you can sell anything you want to promote them. So I always have these little things. I actually have them laminated now, but I used to have it just like the regular coffee. When I used, I emptied it and then I wrapped it up with clear tape. So that was my first one. This is actually looks a little nicer since my husband laminated them for me. And then I bought these little badge holders. So I carry them on my shirt or on my pants or even on my bag. I'm always carrying something to promote. And of course, our gears, our shirts. So that's how you promote, and that's how I make the bags. Okay, so every time I sell a sample pack, I always ask them to weigh themselves before. And of course, I tell them right there and then that you can't, after you drink your coffee, you can't eat 3 to 4 hours later. That's exactly what I tell them, because I tell them if you eat with your coffee, you're going to gain weight, because we recommend it for gaining weight too. So they got their picture. And then I put them a little reminder on my messenger to message them back after their 5th day on the coffee just to get the results. 99% of the time they love it. There's that 1% that's lactose intolerant or that doesn't work for them, but 99% of the time they love it. They sign up as a loyal, or if they're already promoting it with their family, I sign them up as DTs. So yes, what else? So I get their results, right? The 5-day, I always get their, I put them in a collage, get them before and afters, and I post them and I make sure I tag them. So not only they get to see it, but all their friends and family get to see it. And that's how I start selling even more sample packs.
So guys, these girls, I'm telling you, I see the volume that they're bringing in. I'm like, dear Lord, like, that's crazy. Okay, Daisy, just because we are limited on time, I'm going to ask you for a huge favor. I want to get a picture of exactly what you have in your sample packs. So I know you have pictures of those that you post. So when we post a recording, post a picture of exactly what's included with the prices. And if you have some like sample verbiage that you could share with everybody, because anybody that wants to start this idea, because if your car broke down and you need to make $500 in the next 10 days, you could sample your way to your $500. Yes. They actually have a girl in her team, Lillian, who's an Emerald. They told me that this girl stands out of grocery stores with her sample packs and sells them, guys. So where there's a will, there's a way. If you feel like, you know what, I cannot get Host to Post to work for me. Figure out what works for you, but you got to make a change. You can't just stay stuck and nothing works for me. You have to keep trying things until something works for you. And Daisy, last thing, I want you to talk to somebody right now that is feeling discouraged. Daisy came to me one time and she was so discouraged because nobody on her team was working. She was like, what do I do? I need a rock star on my team. Like, if you're feeling like that, if you're feeling like, you know what, I have to pull all this weight, I have to like literally do everything myself because nobody does their own thing. It's just like, doesn't anybody want this business? Doesn't anybody want to make money? Like, you know, we all go through those thoughts. Daisy, I want you to talk to that person right now that's feeling the way that you felt, and I want you to just speak some life into them and tell them how you were able to break through that moment.
So I like to talk a lot, but when it comes to lives, that scares me. I don't know why. Like right now, I'm like, I could feel my heart pounding because I get so nervous. But you have to get out that comfort zone. You have to do something that you never done, that you're scared of. The next following month, Mary and one of the other leaders, Vero, did a live challenge. I was like, I don't know if how am I gonna do it? I'm gonna be stuttering. I'm gonna be doing this and that, but you know what? I'm gonna get it done. And that month, I got my first two rock stars. That's Miriam Nunez and I got Lillian Salcedo. Lives, people, like, just share random stuff. Share your lives. Share how you make your coffee. Share your favorite product. Go wrap yourself live. Or just say like, this is my office today. I'm making a show how much money you're making on Keto Cash. Just random stuff, even just personal stuff. Just that's the thing that I know works for me, and I know it's gonna work for everybody because lives are it.
Daisy, I love you, girlfriend. You are freaking amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. So again, you have some homework to do right now. Please give them everything that you have on those sample packs. Any pictures, graphics, wording, anything that you have, put it together. So when they post a recording, anybody has access to all of this information, exactly what she's saying. The live videos are gonna rock your world. Thank you so much for sharing, Daisy. And I have no doubt in my, actually no, I know it's already done because you and Anna's here. Like you and Anna, whatever these girls say, it's gonna get done. It's gonna get done. So I want to thank you so much for sharing, guys. I have about 6 minutes of information that I have to share with you. I'm not sure how you guys are doing on time, but I have to tell you because I meet with my team every single Wednesdays. We have team trainings, live team trainings. And yesterday we did a training that was just like a game changer. There were so many breakthroughs and everything. So again, one size does not fit all. If you are not a host to post person, you have to figure out what else works for you. Guys, I love host to post, but as introverted as I am, I don't like to be home. I could do host to post, like rock host to post for 8 hours from my couch, looking like a bum. But after like 3 days, that gets really boring for me. And when the business is not fun, I am not on my A game because I'm like, oh, I gotta message people again. I need to be out and about exploring. That's what I love. I built a diamond, guys, on wrap parties, on sample parties, what we call them now. And I had gotten away from that. And you know what? I said, I need to figure something out because I started to feel myself in the depression, in the anxiety. I started to feel myself going into this funk. So I actually booked 2 parties. And guys, when I was doing those parties, I was like, this is life. The look on the people's faces is priceless. When they get to try the product, it's big orders coming in like left and right. Every single person became either a distributor or a loyal customer. Every single person at those parties, guys. So you have to do what works for you. So when they post a recording, yesterday I was feeling in some kind of a foggy place and I had to snap out of it. I said, like, you know what? That boom zoom, the red zoom that Ashley Mayfield did, if you guys have not seen that, you need to go watch that like tonight. I will post a recording. I will also post a recording. For me, one of my game changers has been TD Jakes. Like anytime that I have issues with my mindset where I'm feeling some type of way, I have to go listen to him and he snaps me back into reality to get into my A game. It's okay to fall off course, but you need to come back. You need to come back to where you're gonna win. You didn't come into this business to win. You have to declare, it's my time. I've put in the work. I've made the sacrifices. Why not me? Like, you have to decide, I'm gonna win. And I decided yesterday at like 3 o'clock when preliminaries hit, Anna saw her paycheck, her double diamond paycheck, and like the voice messages that she was sending me. And guys, I'm not a crier. I'm like a rock hard solid person, and I'm not a crier. And I was like literally almost crying because I was so happy for her. I was so happy for the stories. I was so happy for Anna, for Daisy. I was so happy for all of these girls just changing their lives. And because you know what? They've paid the price. They've been relentless. They have not quit. And you everybody on here, you know how that goes. Of, you know, you're waiting for the promise. You know it's going to happen. Everybody tells you not to quit, and you know it's going to happen one day. But then you're like, is that day today? Is that day today? Like, you know, when is it going to be my day? And you're sitting there waiting for that day. So yesterday, after I was feeling some type of way, I listened to the Boom Zoom, and after listening to the Boom Zoom, it's like you cannot sit there and feel sorry for yourself, because those girls will not let you feel sorry for yourself. So I was like, you know what, Mary? Get off your behind and get to work. I took a coffee and a TFX together. Don't do that. I was like on this whole other type of energy level. I got to my conference center where I have my meetings, and I literally, everybody in the building, like the 3 girls that were there, they were like wanting to sign up because I looked like I was on like this whole nother level type of stuff. And they were like, my passion, my excitement. And I was like, yes, that's why I love being outside. But one, if you're not excited, you're never going to be able to attract that, because it's your energy. It's the energy that you have. That's going to be what you're attracting into your life. And then on that Boom Zoom, they said this: life is already hard on its own. And Ashley Mayfield said, I'd be damned if I'm the one standing in my own way. Most of us, it's not what other people are saying about us. It's nobody's telling us that we can't do it. You guys all have a team behind you, cheering you on, letting you know, hey girl, you got this. They're like waiting for you at the end of the finish line, saying like, come on, we're rooting for you. But you're the one that keeps not believing that it's going to happen for you. And as long as you keep believing that it's not going to happen for you, it isn't going to happen for you. So that's why the number one thing that I can leave you guys with tonight is you have to protect your mind. You have to protect your mind and tell yourself that. Why am I the one getting in my own way? Stop that. Stop that. And I had to tell myself, stop that, because they said, right now, are you going to be happy if next year looks exactly like this year? And I had to self-psychologize myself and be like, Mary, are you going to be okay if you don't promote another year? And I was like, no. I do feel like Mary Robbins. Okay. Last minute, guys, of our time together, and I'm going to get off of here. I swear, I get so nervous when chat asks me to talk, and then I can't stop talking. Okay. As long as you're not driving, I want you guys to do this exercise with me. I did this at the meeting yesterday, guys, and it was like breakthrough after breakthrough. I literally felt like Tony Robbins. Okay, so as long as you're not driving, or turn off your camera if you're too shy, and close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. 1 minute of your undivided attention, guys, and just be present. Take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale, release, relax. Okay, close your eyes. With your eyes closed, I want you to think of who needs you on your A game this month. Who needs you on your A game this month? Who is depending on you to make this business work? Is it a child? Is it your parents? Is it your husband? Is it maybe your house is in foreclosure right now? Maybe you're losing your car. What is it? What is it? Who needs you on your A game this month? Who needs you on your A game this month? Then I want you to keep your eyes closed. Think of an amount. Think of an amount. For this month, I want you to fast forward to June 7th and think. So June 7th, think, okay, preliminaries just hit. Preliminaries just hit, and it's June 7th. And you guys, you know how we all go crazy and you see that post and it says commissions posted. What number do you want to see on your commissions posted? When you open up your screen and you look at your commissions posted, what's your number? Think of your number, focus on your number. Again, focus on your number depending on the work ethic that you're gonna bring for May. Think of that number, then I want you to go back and go look at that face. Picture that face of the person that needs you on your A game right now, this month. Think of their face. Okay, open your eyes. You don't have a choice at this point. It's not about you at this point. I'm gonna tell you guys what I tell myself. You need to get your ego out of the way. When you don't wanna message people, when you don't wanna do the work that is hard, it's because it's about you. It's because you care what other people are gonna think about you. It's because you're still worried about everybody else's opinion. And I want you to think about this. Are you gonna let somebody else's opinion go back to that face that you had in your mind? Think of that face when you didn't give your A game, when you didn't bring your 100. Think of that face. What does that face look like now? When it's a kid and you tell them, like, you know what? You can't go to summer camp because mom can't afford it. You know what? We can no longer live here because we don't have the money to pay the mortgage. You know what? I can't do this. So guys, Jim Rohn says you either have the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. You either get yourself in gear and do what needs to be done. These girls gave you guys amazing tips, all of the tips, all of the information that you need. You don't need the mechanics. You have enough mechanics on Black Diamond Team page to know exactly what you have to do. What you have to do is you have to get your insight right. And you have to say, you know what? I am tired of being stuck. I did not come into this business to lose. I did not come into this business to watch other people win. And I'm still right here telling myself my same story on why I still don't have it. So you need to decide tonight, it's my time to win, and I came to win. And like Stevie said, you decide right now, no matter what your chart looks like, you decide right now that you're gonna make it happen. It's do or die, guys. I don't know your situations, but I know some of you guys, this month, you need to make this work because somebody is depending on you. And so it's not about you. So today, all I can leave you guys with is get a game plan on what you want, set some clarity on what you want, talk to your leader and tell them, leader, this is my amount. I need to make $3,000. You need to show me how I can make $3,000 this month. We just gave you guys tips on keto, on how to sell the packs. You could do fast starts. You could do whatever works for you, but you need to figure it out. I love how every single personal development book says you need to figure out the end result, figure out what you want. The how is none of your business, but you need to want that final result so much, so much that it has no choice but to manifest, guys. No choice but to manifest. So again, when you go to bed at night, I want you to think about that face. When you're procrastinating and you're watching TV and you're doing things that are not going to build your business, I want you to think about that face because we have, 9 days? We have 22 days left. 22 days left in the month. And you have a choice. June 7th, you're either going to be wishing that you gave your business more, that you push yourself harder. You're going to be regretting the fact that you didn't give it your all, or you're going to sacrifice. You probably won't be sleeping too much. You probably won't have a social life this month. But you know what? When you open up your commissions and you see that amount and it's exactly what you wanted, I feel like God is so good. One of the things that I've been taught in this business through those 2 years of my character building years was I always felt like I needed control. When I finally said, you know what, this is what I want, Jesus. Last month was a very hard month for me, guys. Very, very hard month for me. And I got a raise in my business when my health was falling apart. That is the beauty of this business. But again, because I never stopped, I stayed in faith. And I was like, Jesus, I'm going to do all the work. I'm going to do everything that you're asking me to do. And I'm expecting to be blessed. Yesterday, when I was going through my motions, I said, you know what? I didn't come this far to only come this far. It's my time to win. So when I leave this house, which I did, when I leave this house on my way to my meeting, I demand to win. And I just had this attitude to me that I was like, I demand to win. I have no choice. It's like, hey, you're going to come with me or you're not going to come with me. Get out of my way. But I'm going to get this done because that face that I pictured is depending on me. It's depending on me. So I don't care what anybody else has to say. I don't care any negative comments. I don't care about anything. But that face and me opening up my commissions on June 7th. And not only am I going to make that person proud, I'm going to look at my paycheck or my commissions and have that victory feel the way Will Smith has it on that movie, The Pursuit of Happiness, and be like, I did it. You know that Tiger Woods look after nobody believed in him? You're going to have that look. You're going to have that look. I would do it just for that look, guys. So, guys, be relentless. Let's get it done. Believe in yourself. You could absolutely do it. And all you have to do is just decide tonight, burn all your boats, decide I'm going to take the island, and everything else is going to take care of itself. But you have to decide to win, and you have to walk like you own it. I've been walking around town like I own like California, guys. And when people see me, they probably think I'm super weird, but I walk around right now thinking I'm the president. So all it is, guys, this happened over the last 24 hours. And I just felt, and I was like, you know what? Chad asked me to come on here because I did this for my team yesterday. And you have no idea the number of lives that you're going to impact through your example. Last thing that I'm going to leave you guys with, and I'm going to jump off of here because I could talk to you guys for 2 hours, is don't be so, again, egotistical that it's about you. It's not about you. For those of you who are yellow personalities, if you're a yellow personality, you're like, oh my God, I'm not a money hungry person. Like, I feel bad asking people for money and bringing them into the business. If that's you, remember, the more your check grows in network marketing, your check is it's a reflection of how many lives you're impacting. So if you're a yellow personality and you want to go help the world, push yourself to give yourself a raise this month, because guess what? If you give yourself a $500 raise this month, think of how many lives are impacted through those $500. It's not how much you are giving yourself a raise. It's the only way in this business your check grows is by impacting others. And someone is coming to your Facebook page every single day. You are their lifeline. You have no idea what they're going through. Anna was on here last week and she shared her story before she promoted to double and why she promoted to double now. She was very close to taking her life. You have no idea where people are at. And when they come to your profile, because you are their little beam of hope, your post, people need to see you win, for not at this point, not for you. At this point, for you to give that person hope of like, you know what? No matter what happens to me, I'm still standing and I'm going to show you and I'm going to give that hope to you that if I could do it, you could do it. So love you guys. So again, decide when, yes, Hope Brokers, absolutely. Decide today when you jump off this Zoom, I have 2 homeworks for you. Number 1 is anything that you do for the rest of the night, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Target right now like a boss. So I want you to, anything that you do right now to your husband, to your kids, I want you to add the hashtag like a boss. And I want you to feel that like a boss. Like, yeah, I'm a badass. And what? So you need to get into that feeling. I need you to right now walk out. Just try for 24 hours, guys. It's really fun. The looks that you get from people is priceless. So 24 hours, I own this place. I own this place and I deserve to win. And I am so ready to win. I'm like manifesting it, but I'm putting in the work. So, all right, guys, happy Thursday. So happy Thursday. I can't wait to see all of you guys win and celebrate promotions by the end of this month. Again, remember that face. Remember that face. Let that haunt you. Let me haunt you in your sleep. Make you think about me tonight and that face and you, all of us. Let's get in here. We came to win and we are absolutely going to win. Bye, guys.